Marion's registering at a solid 8 3/4. I'm sticking at my 6.5. It's not about size.
2/3 1 podcast. 2/3 1 podcast.
Hiya.
All right.
Hiya. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Loud and crystal.
Crystal clear. How northern do you want to be today? Should we
Reet northern, lad. Reet northern.
On a scale of 1 to 10, should we?
On a scale of 1 to... Is there Reet?
Should we crank it up to 10, or should we dial it back down?
We'll dial it a little. We'll dial it. Oh, he's already poured.
I got a bit eager. I was just waiting around, so I thought, do you know what? I'm cracking one open. Claire joined. Hello, Claire.
Hiya, Claire. Done bags. Hiya.
Neither boys joined. We've joined the right one this time, not the test one. I'm going to give him a wave. Nice one, mate. Appreciate
Give him a wave. Where do you see the wave button? I don't see one.
It says wave. Is it because
it's because you're cheap, yeah.
Is it rude if I leave? It is a bit, actually.
Yeah, just a touch, Claire.
It's the right feed. It's the right feed.
Buongiorno, Dunny. Signor Dunbags.
Dunbags. Let's go.
Oh, I want to drink now. So, I'm drinking... Jute. Oh, is it backwards?
Etuj.
This is Jute Session IPA by Salt Brewery, which is in Saltaire. That's all I can tell you. I read the box. I'm sporting my favourite Grolsch glass.
It's not ready yet. Is it that one? Is that Grolsch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a terrible pour. What's going on there, lad?
Nerves in it. Nerves. I'm looking at the screen rather than looking at what I'm pouring. That's the problem.
He poured the screen into his drink.
It doesn't smell bad, actually.
Yeah, do you know what? The Salt supermarket beers aren't that bad. I think they're an easy win. Like, if you need something decent, chuggable, get on it.
Quaffable.
Quaffable.
Dunny's on the Morehouse's Blonde Witch. But what are you drinking, Dunny? But what are you drinking? Too easy.
That's a proper northern joke, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
These notifications need to bother us.
Salut. Oh, it's pretty cloudy. What you want?
I went table beer. Have you ever had a table beer before?
Ooh.
So New Barnes, am I backwards as well?
Yeah.
Reeb Elab at.
Table beer.
Also known as table beer. I'm not going to do Idaho 7 backwards because that's too difficult. A Hardy. Yeah, too hard.
Oh.
Yeah, table beer, 3%, just dead easy to drink. These are quite sessionable as well. So it's very similar to what you're drinking. But yeah. I think these are a bit more sessionable just because they're lower ABV.
Yeah, this is 4.2 on the scale.
Big body beer.
4.2. I mean, you could session that, but you'll feel it after 6.
6 and drive.
Oh,
should be promoting that.
Shout out to Mally and Joe. Just had a request for thingy.
My brother's joined, so I'm just going to start giving him some absolute.
Yeah. Dunny saying 3% surely lightweight.
I'm just getting going, Dunny. Bloody hell. Give me a stamp, lad. Just finished work.
We should go see Dunny, actually. I took Mans to the filling station.
Oh, when you saw Dave Spikey?
Yeah, that night.
Absolutely rat-arsed.
Yeah, but it's a filling station, brilliant. And
yeah, I've been once, but it was when it first started. But yeah, it got a bit hectic, didn't it there?
Yeah, it was getting, they were getting live bands on every week and move up a gear.
Give me a chance. We've actually got a format crowd.
Yeah.
We've actually got a format. Aaron's on. Pinkman's on.
Pinkman's on.
Jesse.
We've got to cook here.
Right, yeah, I've got a bit of a format, but I'll just thank everyone for joining. It's absolutely fucking boiling outside, so the fact that you've decided to watch your screen for the next hour is much appreciated, and thank you. So for those that you don't know me, if you're Jason's friends, then my name's Amar, or if you want to pronounce it correctly, it is Amar. I am Hopstain on Instagram.
Those that don't know me, Amar's friends. I'm Jason, aka Lejabo.
How do you pronounce that properly in Gujarati?
What?
Jason.
Jason. Yeah.
Jason, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your handle? You've got about 3 handles of it.
Oh, I've got 3 different handles. I've got loads. I'm normally about as Lejabo, but I've got a merch brand, Jabo's World.
Cheap plug already.
Cheap plug on already. Wearing some already.
5 minutes and you got one in.
You've got to take your chances. Yeah, so that's essentially me. I'm about on Instagram. We're basically going to talk about beer. I pretend to know things. Amar really does know things, but we both like drinking. Yeah,
the love of tasty liquid is there, but we're at very different scales, aren't we? Which we'll point out later.
Very different scales.
Yeah. We're gonna crack into the craft beer wanker scale, thanks to At Liam's Beer. If you've not seen it before, go and check it out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll detail where we're at on that scale at some point. We'll start with a pre-drink question just to get things flowing. We asked a load of people, if you've seen it on my story, a good question to ask, just to get some discussion going. We had an overwhelming amount of responses. We had 6. I had 2 from my girlfriend, Lynn. The other one was from Jason himself. And the other 3 were from one person.
Speaking of which, Roman walked into a bar and went, "Barman, I'll have 5 beers, please."
Was that your average joke?
That's the average joke for the week. I told you it was pretty shit.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's a terrible joke of the day.
Average joke.
So the question that we were asked was from Rob's Beer Blog. Shout out to Rob. Go and follow his Insta, it's pretty good. His question was, Wheat Beer Wednesday, yay or nay? So I'm going to have to give you some background here, Jason.
Yeah,
Instagram, the Beergram world is full of dedicated days for beer. So there's like Sour Saturdays, Stout Sunday, Track Beer Tuesday. There's all sorts. It's getting a bit ridiculous. Every day there's something that you can post. So, see, look, Aaron's already in. Nay.
Nay.
So, obviously, this might not apply to you because you're not a beer grammer of such, but could you dedicate your whole day to Wheat Beer Wednesday?
No, the fact that the beer world's already taken over more than one day means it's shit. Yeah, it means the whole movement of having a beer day is now kiboshed, because you get a Throwback Thursday and that was enough. You get a Taco Tuesday, that's enough. You don't need, like, LeBron wants Taco Wednesday. I'm going to copyright that. You don't need it. And the thing is, if you're going to have one complete day for beer, you won't go Wheat Beer Wednesday, because wheat beer, it gets too much. You can't drink that all day. Well, you'd at least, you'd go World Beer Wednesday. Then you've got
you just
hundreds of beers,
I think, on that Wednesday.
Yeah, but that means every week you're going to have to drink at least one wheat beer.
That is true, yeah. You're going to have at least one beer. And that's what it got to. It got a bit silly because during winter it was Stout Sunday.
Yeah.
And I I felt like I had to drink a load of stouts every winter to stack up these posts every Sunday. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm in or out. I tried one. I tried making one up called Wylam Wednesday. You know Wylam in Newcastle? Guess what? It was absolute shit. No one joined.
Hashtag Wild Wednesday. No.
So it's a nay. It's a nay.
It's a nay, definitely.
It's a nay.
There's enough single day things already in the Instagram world.
Taco and then Tuesday is new to me. Never heard of it.
Taco Tuesday. That's more of an American thing, isn't it? People eat tacos on a Tuesday, but you will see posts.
What's the English thing then? Toast Tuesdays?
No, Chippy Tea Friday, innit?
Chippy Tea Friday? But that doesn't sound cool, though, does it?
It's English. He's an eat English, lad.
Chippy Tea Friday.
Chippy Tea. Yeah. That's the closest you'll get. But shame on the beer community. Shame. I point shame on the beer community for trying to take off.
Tuesdays. Yeah, loving that, Aaron. Toasty Tuesdays.
Trying to get a whole week out of it. A beer post every day. That's too much. Less is more.
Less is more. So this is what's going to happen, crowd. Like, I'm well into the beergram world and Jason is not. So he's like my kick back down to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
the Week Beer Wednesday. I've lost the plot.
You've lost the pot, or you went on Beer Hawk and got a deal.
I'm subscribed now for 2 years.
Yeah, you've just committed to a lifetime of Beer 52, and you only ask for wheat beer. Cheers, crowd.
Okay, so yeah, Wheat Beer Wednesday. No. What have we had recently? So I thought this would be good. What have you had recently? Obviously beer, but I did notice you had some nice coffee.
Yes. I've been trying out Northwest Lancashire area coffee roasters. Yeah, so Atkinson's is local to us. It's near Dunny, actually, Chorley Way, Buckshaw Way. Absolutely fantastic. Dunny's on fire.
We're have to just get him on as a third party, aren't we?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Atkinson coffee. Just a really good, simple roast. It's
what's your techers? What have you got? Are you still doing it in?
I'm back on AeroPress. I'm back on AeroPress, and I'm following them. If anybody's into the coffee, anyone watches Jimmy Hoffman on YouTube, the coffee guy. He's much like you, but he's a coffee nerd.
I was like, you going to say taller.
That's not hard. Everyone's taller than you.
Yeah. So, crowd, if you don't know, I'm average height for a female. So if we ever meet for a beer one day,
you'll miss him.
You might need your knockies, yeah.
You'll have to look down and you might see him. Often he doesn't get served because they think he's not tall enough to enjoy the pub.
I get served eventually, once they can hear me.
Eventually. But yeah, if anybody's into the coffee and has not checked out Jim Hoffman, just type Hoffman Coffee in YouTube, and he reviews stuff and he has brewing methods and he does weird experiments with reusing filters and stuff. But his method for AeroPress, very consistent. It's a good normal method, but he does. He always starts with 11 grams, 200 grams of water, and then it's a 2-minute brew and then press.
Is there blooming involved and stuff?
No, not so much blooming, just a 2-minute brew. So it's hot water, plunger in. And whenever I get a new coffee, that's what I benchmark the coffee from, whether I need to adjust it to get it stronger.
Jimmy Hoff's love in the comments as well. Aaron's loving Jimmy.
Yeah, he's brilliant. His methods are the foolproof for everything, and that was a really good find. But I'm just trying to chip off, like you're doing with the beers. I'm chipping off local coffee roasters.
What have I had recently? I've been at Plug a couple of times since it's reopened, and it's just wicked. So if you don't know, Plug and Taps in Preston, Just a sick pub. It's wicked. Everything on cask was class. Everything on keg was class. Loads of stuff in the fridge. They had a 3 Fontaine mag on Saturday. That was wicked. I think it was a 2018 bottle as well. So that was just class. So if you live in Preston and you've not been, go. If you want to come down to Preston, I think we're going to have something like nearly 10 craft beer pubs at some point coming up. So get yourselves down. Give me a message. I'll come meet you. It's the place to be for sure.
We could even do one of these from Plug and Taps one day.
Yeah, did mind. Yeah, definitely be up for that.
Take all this camera gear down.
All the gear.
No idea.
No idea. Right, so let's do craft beer wanker scale. I don't know how we're going to do this because I'm using my phone and I kind of need my phone, but we'll figure it out. The craft beer wanker scale. Are we ready? So I think it's 9. Let's see how many we get up to. Yes, number 1, drinks Carling, Carlsberg, Foster's, occasionally swaps a Peroni if wanting to impress. Done that. Done.
Yeah.
Number 2, drank at least 8 different beers from the local Morrison's, tried a Tiny Rebel Pale once and was intrigued. Definitely done that.
Definitely done that. Tick.
Now looks for punk in every pub he goes in, or she. Come on. Ordered the beer 52 box. Yes, definitely done that.
Yeah. Do you want me to go through it? I've got them here.
I've got it. Yeah, you go through it. It's really hard on the laptop. I'm like this. I'm like a T-Rex.
Well, that's a different problem, isn't it? Ordered a beer 52 box. You read about it online. Loves top class, ahead of its time beers. He or she now swigging.
Oh, he or she gone to
level 3.
Level 3. Yeah, we're level 3. Definitely.
Level 3. Level 4 has tried 5 different styles of beer. Has to check every fridge, pump in the pub before ordering.
Easy.
Must have tried a sour beer to progress from this level.
Standard. Yeah.
Standard. This is all old stuff. This is probably when you were drinking Foster's. I was at level 4.
Yeah, because there's 20 years between us.
You don't look that old.
Right, so we're up to level 5. Are we both level 5?
No, I've not read level 5. Level 5 is now you have tried the Dipper.
Yeah.
You still love Tiny Rebel, but are intrigued by other breweries. Can now distinguish between different types of IPAs, and you've started to buy your own branded glasses.
Yeah, I'm there.
Level 5. Level 6.
We're on level 6. What's level 6?
Right. You've now tried all the craft beers on offer in Tesco's and Morrison's.
Yep.
You now venture into bottle shops. You relish telling your workmates you paid £7 for a can of beer over the weekend. You've had your first Imperial Stout. You now know that most of the British breweries and Werther base have tried 10 plus different styles of beer and are very aware of what styles you like. You have a saves box at your local bottle shop. You've ordered from 5 different breweries, and you must have tried a tipper to progress from this level.
Yeah, I'm there massively.
So, I don't have a saves box at my local bottle shop.
No. So,
I mean, this is borderline, but I think I'm going to have to stay at 6.
What are you dialing out? Are you maybe 6, 6.5?
6.5. I've everything else ticked off. I just don't have a saves box.
Go on, remind me how bad it gets for me then.
Right, level 7. Level 7. Now, you now class the bloke at your local bottle shop as one of your best mates. Tick. You have a favourite hop profile that you mention whenever possible.
Yes, every time.
You look out for certain hops, and you set alarms on your phone to ensure you bang brewery releases.
Yeah, I think there's a Cloudwater one on my alarm still going off at 9 o'clock every morning because of the other week. the event pack sold out days ago, and it's still going off every morning.
And you still, but you've not got it.
Yeah.
You are now a snobby fucker. I look down at breweries you previously enjoyed swinging from.
I don't want to admit that one, but yeah.
I mean, you used to love a Foster's.
Oh, don't start that.
You also finding yourself using the words like Merc and dank far more than you used to.
You only have to go back 3 reviews to see that. Yeah.
Hashtag Merc, hashtag dank. So that's level 7. You're level 7. Well and truly.
Yeah.
Right, level 8. Not only do you have normal mates, you now have beer mates. Tick.
Yes. Tick.
You are now bringing in beers from further afield. Tick. Swigging American juice is no longer a one-off treat. People ask you questions on the regular as they recognize you as a top swigger. You know, you only swig good stuff. You have more branded glasses than you can fit in one cupboard. That's facts.
Two.
Cupboards.
Yeah.
2 cupboards
Yeah,
worth.
so I have to dive out of that one because my US juice intake isn't as frequent as it says in that description. I get it occasionally, but it is a treat. It is a treat. I have to treat it like a treat because we're looking at £10-15 a can. It's ridiculous. So it is a treat.
It is a treat. So we're putting you at a 7.5 then on the beer wanker scale.
7.5. Do we explain to crowd what is 9? Is it 9 and 10?
9 and 10. We might as well. We've come this far.
Yeah,
we've come this far.
People might have aspirations, so
I mean, once the economy flattens out, I'm pretty sure you'll knock out level 8 in no time, easily.
There's more US juice coming over now, so technically it could be already be there.
You're just in denial.
I'm in denial.
Right. Level 9. Beer pretty much has taken over your life.
Yes, it has.
You have to have all the new releases, and it isn't much you must miss out on. You only swig top tier stuff. You no longer see the price of beers as relevant.
Yeah, I can't say I'm in that bracket because I still look at price. Price is still pretty important. There's a limit to how much I'm willing to spend per month, obviously, when I get paid. And then what was the other one? What was the one at the start there?
It's you're pretty much taking over your life.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah. What was the next one?
The only thing we've not mentioned is you spend most of your time looking at beers on the internet. You are the oracle of craft beer.
Yeah, I mean, I do spend a lot of time looking at beer on the internet. There was another one there, though.
You have to have all the new releases.
Yeah, so I draw the line at that one as well because I'm not a fan of chasing beers. I have chased beers, but I think it's a slippery slope when you're chasing beers. So yeah, I'm half in that pot, half in the other pot.
Well, you're a solid 8 3/4, aren't you?
Inches in height.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was implied.
What was the last one? I think the last one's quite funny because you're the Hank from Omnipolo, isn't it?
Yeah, you are Hank from Omnipolo, God tier swigger.
Yeah, and he's making next level beer.
Oh, it's backwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's backwards. Omnipolo makes some good stuff. So that is the craft beer wanker scale. Amarion's registering at a solid 8 3/4. I'm sticking at my 6.5. It's not about size. Easy one there. That's 2 jokes. 2 jokes. 2 jokes for you there. I'm gonna crack another one. I have to say, this for a supermarket, you could session this. It's not offensive. It's a solid 3.25 on Untappd.
Yeah.
But then I don't rate anything above a 3.5. It's very hard for me to find a beer that wows me.
Yeah, I find your scoring mildly frustrating.
It's good, isn't it?
It's very strict. So I'll put it that way. It's very strict. Are you ever going to reach a 5?
Well, I think if I drink that one beer that just goes bang, you know. Oh, Apple. Hi, Apple. If I find that one beer I drink and it really like, it's something special. It's like the first time you try a Delirium, it's like, yeah, that's special. But then after it, you try it again and you go, oh yeah, it's good. But it's never as good as that first one. All these beers.
You're just describing heroin and crack.
Pretty much. I'm chasing the dragon.
You're chasing the dragon.
I'm chasing that first time I had a Delirium and it was the bestest thing ever. And I've never had that experience again. So everything for me is pretty flat in terms of how it tastes.
Yeah, don't do drugs, guys. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. And don't forget, Untappd is very subjective. Because you can see some people check everything in it, crazy high scores, and it's definitely beers that are not worth a high score because it's crap.
Yeah, it depends on your journey. I think I've said this before on my Instagram. I think I'm over 2,000 beers in now, so I'm clearly buying beer that I know and I like, and because I know when I like it, I'm probably going to score more higher nowadays than say some of the beer that I drank in the first 100 beers that I ever had. So it is all relative to the journey that you're on, I think. But at some point, you've got to score higher than 4, dude. Come on, there's got to be higher than a 4 there somewhere.
I don't think there's anything higher than a 3.75. There might not even be a 3.75. No, but don't forget, Untappd for me was just something that I saw one day. I installed it, I used it for a bit, and then forgot about it forever. It's for me, drinking, it's just been about trying stuff, and there's probably.
For me, I mean, it's my captain's log.
Yeah, you've recorded everything you've tried, and the thing for me is I've drunk ales and cask and bitters and all sorts of weird stuff for a long time because I just couldn't drink fizzy pop lager for a long time. So ales, drank it, and in some of the places that I've lived in, that's the better things to drink because there's local stuff, and there's probably hundreds of beers I've had that I've never logged. I mean, I've had beers in a lot of different countries that I've never logged.
No, yeah. You've had a bit of Japanese beer as well, haven't you?
Yeah, Japanese. I've had quite a few, but the Japanese stuff is very everything's from like a template. It's all the same. It's very, very similar styles and stuff. It's an interesting one because they have a big market for it. But a fizzy beer in Japan is a fizzy beer. And then you can get drinks that are called beer-like drink, but it's alcoholic and it looks the right colour and has the right flavour, but it's not beer.
Yeah, fair enough.
Interesting place. An interesting thing about Japan is actually a lot of the whiskey in Japan, the raw grain alcohol is actually bought in from Scotland.
Really? I thought Japan had like really high quality whiskey and they've won awards.
Yeah, they have, because they use that raw alcohol, the raw ethanol that's produced overseas. They buy it from a couple of different countries, and
don't tell my brother they're stealing it from the Scottish. Oh my God.
Well, no, he'll love that. But yeah, it's an exercise in branding and bottling, because it has to be in a barrel for 3 years and a day before it can be a whiskey. So that it's the barreling and how they sort of distill it down is the techniques they make with their whiskies. But a lot of the raw alcohol they cut it with is Scottish imported.
So that's a good segue to the next bit. Barrel aged beer. Have you dabbled?
Only a couple. Like I was drinking Innocent Guns for quite a long time, and that was probably like 10 years ago when it first appeared. And that they're all barrel aged, aren't they? The rum cask and the whiskey cask are pretty good. It gives an extra dimension to the flavour. But I've not had anything else. Oh, have I? Have I had something from a bourbon barrel? No, I'm thinking of a brandy from a wine barrel. Yeah. No,
yeah, it's a hard one, barrel aged stuff, because I want to like it, but it is just too strong. It's too strong in the gob. It's
what's the AVB on average on these barrel ages? Are they putting them pretty strong?
8 to 12, easy.
Yeah.
Top end of there. For sure.
I guess they need to make them that strong so it actually can strip some out of the wood in the barrel.
Well, it needs to gain some extra flavour, doesn't it? It needs to work with whatever was previously available with that stout. And that's why people make good stouts and then they'll barrel it for a bit just to see how that changes. And I get it. It is a cool thing to do. And it is a good adaptation of a beer that was previously released that wasn't barreled. But it's, I think it's
just a fad.
Acquired taste, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not something that I'd really appear, because beer's, if you break down what beer is, most beers, they're fairly pure and just, it's a balance of ingredients and environment. You're then taking something that's pretty clean, nice to drink, and then you're sticking it in a bit of dirty wood to then change the flavour of what you originally like. The master brewers are going, right, this is what I see as the flavour of this beer.
It's a risk, isn't it? I don't think they ever anticipate what the flavour will taste like. It is a risk, and I think because they only do a limited amount because of that risk, and you never know what it's going to be like, it goes for shitload of money. And it's like, it's hard
money
to
spinner.
I think if you're into barrel age, then fair play. But yeah, for me, it's a bit too strong.
It just feels like an oxymoron to me, because all these master brewers are putting all this energy into to make their unique, fingerprint on a beer. So it's from that brewery because of the hops they use, the way they brew it, the flavour of what comes out. And then they throw it all to the wind by an unknown, massive old dirty wood. And then, it's wicked. I mean, it's one of those things. You think about it.
Let's soak it in some wood.
I've got this barrel that had some old oil in. And let me see what this 100 litres of beer I've just brewed will taste like. It's a strange one, but I mean, what do you think is going to be the next sort of fad or trend in the crafty market?
There's been a few. I mean, Black IPA came back earlier this year. I think I could never get on board with a Black IPA. I think it's just roasted for a bit longer, so the colour is black, but technically drinks like an IPA, quite hoppy. For me, couldn't deal with it. But also, I didn't really like the taste that much.
Too bitter.
No, you don't get that bit in it. Well, I don't know. I just couldn't get on board with it. What else has been going on? I mean, triple fruited gozers have been going around for a while now, and they're just superb, absolutely superb. So just packed full of fruit, gozer, so you got a bit of salt, dead thick. They're brilliant, and North are really good at them. So,
do you think the
maybe
fruit
that's what we should do for the
base?
next one. I'll treat you to a new style.
Yeah, style I've not had. That's not a bad idea.
And then we'll see. We'll go from there and see what everyone thinks.
Yeah, because I'm pretty much run of the mill IPA, double IPA, stouts. I mean, I drank Guinness for a long, long time, and then I don't drink it as much now because I think I drank my fair share.
But that's the thing with craft, isn't it? You just got to be willing to give it a go, and I think you are definitely willing to give it.
I'll give everything a try.
About, isn't it?
Well, that's what. Yeah, well, I think that's what originally appealed to not drinking standard issue.
Evening, Ben. Drinks beer. Nice one for joining.
Evening. Yeah, that's what used to be good. Picking up something a bit different in the pub, bit more enjoyable as well, rather than just drinking gassy lager all the time.
Well, this is I guess that's another good segue to the next bit, like CASK. I find myself loving CASK more and more the older I get. I don't know why. It's just dead easy to drink and just lovely, isn't it? Like I miss over lockdown. Like in terms of beer, I had mountains of beer delivered to my house, and it was great. Like I'm glad all the breweries adapted and changed so we could get some beer delivered to your home, and it was easier. But I miss CASK. It was good, especially now. I know what.
I drank way too much Doom Bar over lockdown, but it was great.
Maybe some better CASK than Doom Bar.
No, but like just not drinking Moretti's and Estrellas and like Coors or Fosters and stuff. Just having something, even in a pub, in an average pub, if they've got, apart from Tetley's, if they've got something on that's not Tetley's, I will have it.
Cheers, crowd. You we're divulging into some conversation about Tetley's.
Tetley's. That's the only one that don't really come out right. Or Boddington's, they're two that don't. But like stuff you'll find in a pub which won't have craft beers, and you're relegated to odd bottles in the fridge and whatever's on pump. Going for something like a Timmy Taylor's or Lanks Bomber.
Timmy Taylor's class.
Mm.
I've not had one of them in a while.
No, I've not.
It's not the same from a bottle, though. It's not the same. Like
same with Doom Bar. Not same from a bottle. A lot of those bottles don't seem to taste as good as a can randomly. The can seems to give a bit of a better balance of flavour, and it sounds odd because it shouldn't be. Aluminium should not. Yeah.
They're made for CASK though, aren't they? Really, that's it.
Yeah.
They're made for CASK.
Yeah. But yeah, I've not had a proper full pint for a year and a half.
Oh, we get on it then. I'll make you a plug.
Let's go to a plug week after next.
Right, should we just go now and just leave the stream going? Just like, all right.
See you later. Yeah.
You go.
Just slide down the chair.
Shall we go through Rob's other questions that he had?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's go through Rob's other questions.
Oh, we can go through Lynn's if you want. Lynn's was, do you love beer more than me? I thought that was quite easy, to be honest. Bit of an obvious one.
That's a yes.
That's a yes, isn't it? That's a yes. So Rob's other question was, beer garden or at the bar?
Ooh, at the bar.
Oh, yeah. I'm a garden. I like sitting at the bar. Don't get me wrong. Sitting at the bar is great, isn't it? Like, but...
You do love a grassy shire. That's.
How long did that take? 37 minutes. It took me to get a Hobbit joke in. It's quite long, that.
Yeah, some may say it was a bit of an epic journey, that one.
I never see that one coming, ever.
No, it's because I picture him a bit high, don't I?
At the bar, Rick Ross. Oh, Mazzy's at the bar as well. No, beer garden. It's all about the beer garden.
I don't know, sometimes being outside, it can get just a bit boisterous. And some beer gardens are shit. It's got to be a good beer garden, hasn't it? It can't be just a...
No, I want to sit on that bench that's been there for about 15 years. It sways, it rattles. I love it. I want the plant pot ashtray. I want the full works. I want the overgrown grass near the legs. I want it all.
You want the full British pub. A beer garden, which is actually the back of the pub car park.
Yeah, like the Anchor.
The anchor or the lane ends with a beer garden on the side of the street.
Yeah, that's it. It's like I'm in Italy, but I'm actually impressed.
You mean, yeah, that al fresco, you never caught on. You never caught on in this country.
No, it won't.
Cafe culture, al fresco.
Where was it? Northern Quarter shut down the whole street, didn't they, when they reopened and did?
Yeah, it's blocked off. The all the restaurants were out in the middle of the.
I don't think it's not permanent though, is it?
I don't see why not. I mean, they could do with stopping some of the cars and traffic at night through there. It's a bit hectic.
True.
Aperol in it. Aperol. Only in Italy, #1 drink that Aperol spritz.
Oh, I was at Plug the other day, right? And I'm normally quite good at the Scottish accent. I'm not too bad at it. Like, I can do a decent Scottish accent, right? And then I wanted to order Plug 2/3 of number 5. And I couldn't do it in Scottish. So I ended up doing it in Irish. 2/3 of number 5, right? And then because I did it in Irish, 2/3 of number 5 over and over again, I couldn't do it in Scottish.
2/3 of number 5.
So you end up doing it in Irish?
I've done it in Irish.
No,
I can't do it.
2/3 of number...
Brendan Rodgers. You've gone straight into Brendan Rodgers.
Character, yeah. 2/3 of number 5. Turn into that guy from Line of Duty.
Oh yeah, the grey-haired chief.
Yeah.
H.
2/3.
Hastings.
So I then decided to spend the rest of the evening saying 2/3 of number 5, even though that's not what I wanted. So, boys, I've got a question. Yes, go on, boy. You can only have one drink beer from any brewery the rest of your lives. Who is it? Okay, I think that's one brewery for the rest of your life.
One brewery.
Don't say Sharp Doombar.
No, but shops have got a good range of drinkable things.
Like what? They've got Doombar, that's it.
No, there's that. What's that?
Coconut stout as well, I think.
No, they've not got that ship Atlantic Pale. Is that not shops?
It might be. We should check on tap. Sorry, poorly worded. It's all right. No, we
got
it. Don't worry. We got it.
We eat it, lad. We eat it. Oh, one brewery only.
One brewery to rule them all.
There can only be one brewery.
I'm gonna go local.
Oh.
And it's gonna be pretty obvious. I'm wearing
Cloudy.
No, I'm wearing the t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
I'm going Rivy.
You're going Rivy.
Just because they're local, easily accessible for the rest of my life. And they just make banging beers. Absolutely banging beers now.
Oh, I thought you were a cloud chaser.
I am a cloud chaser. I am a cloud butter fanboy, but I'm all for local as well, I think.
Local.
I'll put Cloudwater second.
I think
Ryan from Chain is going to kill me now,
but Cloud's got to be in your top 5 minimum. Easy. Pressure Drop would be mine. I like their stuff.
Yeah, I like Pressure Drop. I need to drink more Pressure Drop for sure.
Oh, do you know what? You'd love the brewery because it's around the corner from Beavertown.
Beavertown.
Hey, do you know what's funny? Beavertown's just packed full of people.
Steve Libby's joined. Nice one, Steve. Give you a wave.
So you walk into the it's in Tottenham Hale in North East London.
All right. Yeah.
You walk into this little industrial estate, and then you've got all these people queuing up to go into Beavertown. Like they've got benches and stuff outside, but then you literally walk 5 minutes past them, turn left, and then you've got the same amount of benches, but without a big queue, and arguably a lot better beer. And it's on the same estate, and it's so much nicer, especially for because you're paying top dollar to drink fresh beer at the breweries. it's worth walking past Beaver Town and getting straight on it.
I don't know if it's like, I always get confused between the two, left-handed giant or pressure drop. One of them's like on a river bank.
Left-handed giant.
It's a left-handed giant. It's got a massive door and it opens. It looks stunning.
That'd be wicked.
Need to go there for sure.
Well, meantime are on river as well, aren't they? Their tour's supposed to be quite nice. Just inside the building's good, yeah. I've not had anything from Meantime for a long time, thinking about it.
In the meantime,
I might order something next week. Or if I see something out, do you know what? I might just start playing the game off. When you see it out, you pick a brewery before you head out. And as soon as you see one drink from that brewery, you have to have that one, whether you like it or not.
For the rest of the... Not a bad shout.
What if we made a dice that you can... Or, what if we did number cards, 6 breweries on, you get a standard dice, you roll the dice, and that's what you drink. Or, you have a style dice. Style dice.
Yeah, I like
style
that.
Dice.
Style dice.
Let's do a style dice.
We could just do a normal dice, and each number represents a style.
That's what I mean. The card would tell you what styles are on it.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a dice with styles.
No, just normal dice.
Right.
But we'll make up a list and then we can post it somewhere, and then for the weekend people could roll the dice and see what styles they're going to drink.
There'll be dices everywhere. England will be flooded with them. There'll be deaths and everything.
There'll be deaths.
Dice deaths.
Will there be? It might go down in Burnley quite well. We showed dice.
Awful.
You know me. That's how I roll.
Do you reckon it's?
You see what I did there? Got the double.
Awful.
100% awful.
That was a setup within a setup.
Yeah. That was like Inception of jokes there.
Dice jokes. Yeah, so my second one is Strata Brewing. This came in my Cloudwater event pack, which kicks off at 7, by the way, in 12 minutes' time. So Cloudwater are doing a live stream with Premier Hop, and then a load of Lancashire breweries. So I think Rivi, House, Strata, I think Ingle were in the pack, but I don't think Alex will be at the event. So the pack went out last week. Obviously, we'd drink them during the live stream, which was starting at 7. And this is one of the beers. So it is a 3.6 IPA, Centennial Citra Mosaic. So expecting it to be quite citrusy. Oh, it's a session pale. Vienna and wheat malts as well. So should have a nice body to it.
What's it looking like in the glass?
Citrus stone fruit. Not as hazy as I thought, but it's got a bit of haze. Quite nice. Let's say like a, what is that? Pale straw? Oh, you can't see it. There we go.
No, it's a bit darker than a pale straw.
Oh, you'd like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You could have a few of them, but they're not going to cost the same as Jute.
Well, 50p in it. Evening. It's and Grotty beer and King of the Craft beers. Evening, people.
Evening. 6. We're flying.
Oh,
yeah,
we were.
Really good. Have you been to Rivi yet?
I've ordered from Rivi. I've not been.
Not been. Well, my birthday can't go anymore, can we, on my birthday?
No, which is a shame. But maybe we should order a big boxy.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Get a big selection, because everything I had from there was bang on.
Oh, they're not doing... I think you'd have to go there to do takeout. They're not doing online orders anymore. But that's fine. We can drive down and get some in.
Yeah. The Friday can take a trip after work.
I have got some sharers that we need to get through as well, though. So I've got some...
Oh, have you?
maybe we do an half an hour on here on my birthday
with a sharer. Very good.
Yeah. And it'll just be one video. We won't have to thingy.
No, I'll bring the setup.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've got some nice bottles for us to share. So I've got some Burning Sky, and hopefully I might crack open a bottle of 3 Fontaine as well, which would be really nice. I've got quite a few in the fridge now, and Lynn's getting a bit annoyed that I'm not drinking them. She keeps buying them me for birthday and Christmas, and I'm not drinking them. So she's like, "You need to fucking open one." I'm like, "All right, don't swear."
What stops you psychologically opening a sharer by yourself?
The very fact that I think it's wasted to have it on my own. And I wouldn't care if anyone said it's not a sharer. If you want to drink it on your own, that's absolutely fine. If you want to drink it, open it, drink it over the course of 2 days, you can get them bottle stoppers, and they generally do last over the course of 2 days. Yo, beers light year.
Yeah. Beers light year, brilliant.
For me, I think I would rather enjoy that beer with someone. I'm like that with tippers and dippers. Like I don't like having them by myself. I like drinking them with my mates. But
and it's a shared experience.
Yeah, it's a shared experience, and I want to know what you think about it. I want to just sip it nicely, but yeah, for those crowd that you don't know, Mazcho, and that's my brother. He's an absolute monster. He'll just drink anything by himself.
Rob's beer,
yes,
you can't.
Rob, I could drink it to myself, but
yeah,
it's just better shared. I just want to drink it with a buddy of mine, Joe Rogan. Buddy of mine. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, this 100. And yeah, I mean it's only a pint and a half in it, so it's not impossible to ask.
It is when you think about it like that. And I could do it, but yeah, I want to share it. I want to share it with someone.
Friends. Oh, have you got a saber? Shall we saber the bottle open like they do with champagne?
Fuck that.
Oh, it'll be wicked. I've done it loads.
It's going to end disaster. What, with a bottle of Doom Bar?
Yeah, yeah. I'll saber a bottle of Tetley's smooth floor.
Hello, Papier Dutter.
Oh yeah, Papi, hiya. That's my cousin's wife in Canada.
Hello,
she's just woke. Good morning. She'll have just woken up.
She's having to deal with this shower of shit.
Or it's lunchtime and she's really bored.
Yeah. Sorry if I just swore at the breakfast table. Apologies. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Well.
Yeah, so I've got loads of sharers. We do need to get on with them because they're just stacking up and they're taking up too much room in my beer fridge. So yeah, nice. We'll do it. We'll do it.
We'll do
an Instagram live on my birthday for about half
yeah.
Hour, so, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be putting random content on probably HOFFMAN's channel.
Yeah.
Various beer pours and content. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for more of this. We're going to be opening up questions more and more. We'll take suggestions from people for beers to taste and review. No doubt Amar's probably had them already.
Yeah, I think next one we'll do the same beers. I think we just tried to get some beers in, didn't we, as quick as we could, just to actually drink something on the stream. So yeah, maybe next time we'll get the same thing. We'll have a bit of review. Jason can give me his 6.5 opinion on it. I can give you my 8.5 opinion on it, and we'll somehow meet in the middle, and we'll get a nice blend of 7.5ness, which is a real word, just to let you know.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. So the fact that you opened your phone and looked at your phone for an hour to watch this shower of shit is really appreciated. So
yeah, 100%. Thank you very much, people.
Nice one.
2/3 1 podcast.